Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Through the Tomes. Is that like sound effect happens? Welcome to Through the Tomes, Dungeons and Dragons adventure, where a group of understanding and patient and lovely friends gather together to share an adventure of a lifetime or of an afternoon, or of an evening, I should say. Guided by an amateur DM, cobbling things together with published settings, adventure modules, pre-built encounters, things like that. All the things that are available out there for you to be able to make your own D&D stuff. So we were doing our own little fun thing, showing how easy it can be. I'm PD Rave, the aforementioned amateur DM, and yes, I am recycling last year's Halloween costume because I have no shame and I forgore. Maybe next year I might get a turtle costume and pretend I'm turtle. Pretend I'm mortal. Here with me is my party, my gang, my squad. We've got playing Wind and Summer, Daisy.
Hey everybody, did you know that Arthur the Aardvark ran for 25 seasons? It just ended last year. That blew my mind.
Whoa.
That's a lot of streets to be walking down every day.
Yeah.
Right?
I liked Arthur when he had the aardvark face and he was weird looking.
Yeah. Playing Solero Talion, we've got Drew.
I don't know if I've ever watched a entire episode of Arthur.
Me neither.
Have you read an entire book of Arthur? Did you not have Scholastic book fairs?
There are
Have you
some
read
pretty
it?
good
Read
ones
either.
and some pretty weird ones. I can really remember like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
I've
Arthur's
read an
too?
entire copy of Archie, but not Arthur.
Yeah.
One single Archie comic.
Yeah, Arthur, Jughead.
I've also
Yes.
watched multiple seasons of Riverdale.
Well, that
Yeah, I
works.
was gonna say that
That
kind of
was
feels
okay.
like I have eaten one single Lay's potato chip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I tried music once; it wasn't for me.
Playing
Exactly.
normally playing Tumbao, even though right now we don't know where Tumbao is. We've got Chris.
Hi, I'm the one without a corporeal form at the moment, but we'll get back to that in just a second.
Yeah, he's here for the bants.
Oh, absolutely.
For the band. Playing Toby Tobold Underborough. We've got Brett.
Recycling the costume I bought for Record Breakers in like 2015.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here. I'm still number one. But today is brought to you by the number Duran Duran and the color Rio.
Nice.
But look at that! Look at that! That's that.
Look at
If
that.
I had a real costume, I'd be wearing one of those like extremely space age fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like the shoulder pad look with the incredibly reflective coat and just the deepest black V in the inside.
I'm sure it's like I'm sure a trip to Goodwill could make that happen. Like,
Well, everybody, just remember Duran Duran. It's still disco.
mm-hmm. I like, it reminds me of the time I think about, like, you can pull that off in Goodwill. It reminds me of the time I went to Goodwill.
You pulled it off in Goodwill.
No, we don't talk about that. I went to Goodwill and cobbled together a Chavo del Ocho costume. It was just the striped shirts. I found suspenders and like a shorts that were made for people with my waist size but shorter.
Rest in peace.
So it's like great stuff. Playing Lucius Zanero, we've got Matt.
I don't have a costume. I have an Apple credit card, and this thing does not feel real. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it
looks
has
like
my
it's-
name, and it has nothing on the back. I'm
You
like,
can show it on screen and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Nobody could steal it. It's like,
yeah, like
what?
yeah.
Have you
I'm
seen
showing-
those generic Canadian like grocery stores that just say like mayonnaise? That's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no brand. And last but not least, we've got playing Toro, aka Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy. We got V.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm gonna eat during the stream, so when my camera goes out, There's banana mochi and there's blueberry mochi.
Oh, I shared this.
Skype is blurring it.
That looks yummy.
I had pizza for both
Yeah.
lunch and dinner today.
Nice.
Ooh.
I
Live
have a new.
Moss.
I'll share my thing. I have a new. I'm gonna probably munch on it now. I have a new. I shared it on GM mode, but a new Aldi obsession. I forget this crowd wanted shared. The Aldi peanut butter cups from Shakur.
Yo, they're
These
so
little
good.
I just grabbed them out of my freezer too, so they're frozen.
I will
Oh,
reiterate,
sweet.
like I did on GM mode, I'm still mad about
Yes,
all the Takis being gone
it's
because
so infuriating.
they had a better heat to lime mix, and
Yeah, I
It's
can't
not fair.
believe that.
It's a travesty. It's a travesty. Also,
it's God doesn't love us. It's fine. We can't have nice things.
But do you think Takis went after them? Do you think that's why?
I don't know. I mean, they were called taquitos, and that's a
Yeah.
generic enough word. You know, I don't know. But
It's a
maybe they
it's
paid
a
him off.
spicy lime corn snack. Obviously, they're
They paid him off. I
Copying
will
off
say, I think
Mexican food.
I tried the Trader Joe's version, and those are pretty good.
Hmm.
But it's not the
know
same.
if there's a Trader Joe's around me. Is the
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
I've never been to Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
only get
Trader-
them because
it's
my sister
pretty
brings them
awesome.
home.
Trader Joe's is pretty great.
Yeah,
I,
people
And
say it
Westlake
is great.
and one in Mentor.
I also as reiterate D&D hot take that I uttered on GM mode. You know, Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3. He's kind of meh. He's kind of doesn't do it for me. He's not.
One
He
of my
doesn't do it for
besties
me.
is in love with him.
I know.
Yay.
Everybody on the internet. No, everybody
really?
on the internet is fucking in love with him, and I'm sitting here like, he's
I'm
like
still
a
over here.
lukewarm rehash of Spike. Like
I haven't played, so I have no
he's
opinion.
okay. He's a super obvious vampire trope. He's so surface level. Just a surface level attempt to be that. Just fan fiction. Make everyone horny. Is brooding vampire guy. He's Spike. He's just that. But it's like such a bald faced attempt at doing that. It's just. But
I
everybody's in
feel
love
that
with him.
the Shadow Heart I can fix her crowd is more authentic than trying to make the vampire guy
Man, the last time I
be
got into
a-
something like that, felt like
objectifying the
Mass Effect
vampire
2.
man.
But Karlach is the best. Karlach is best girl.
I mean, actually, like of the characters that I would like, I find the most intriguing and the one I would have a conversation with without being like, you're a bunch of weirdos, Karlach.
She's just like
Yeah.
a ball of positivity. Like, considering the hand that she's handed, she's like, "Hey, let's go. Let's get him. Let's just like enthusiasm. Like when she is excited about the kid that joined. Spoiler alert about the kid that joined your camp." And she's like, "We can go play games and hang out." Like, it's like, I don't know. That's my hot take on Baldur's
Quit
Gate
talking
3.
about D&D, you nerd.
Yeah, enough about D&D. Let's play some D&D. It's been a while. It's been
a while.
God fucking damn it.
It's
Here we go.
It's been a
We're back
considerable
at
amount
it.
of time. Back at it like a crack addict. It's been a considerable amount of time. And at this point, what how do we even recap? Daisy.
Funny enough, yeah, I was gonna
Give
say
us a quick
Daisy
little
had
recap.
that.
Reread the minutes from
The
last
time we
episode.
played,
Gosh, put me on the spot.
Oh, if
let's
anything,
see.
I can. I actually read the recap. I'm actually
Christian
Oh,
up to
read
Chris,
date.
Chris,
all
read
that.
us the
Well,
minutes.
You want to go for it?
Absolutely. It
Go
was
for it.
it was so neat because
someone
as I
thinking
was
of-
reading through the document that was sent this morning. First of all, thank you, Drew, for asking for the document in the first place. But I wanted to get the full rundown once I had that document there. It was still like early in the morning, so I had like a little cup of coffee and I'm just scrolling. but it's also, I really gotta say, I appreciate the way it's written because the timeline is just so consistent. You get like the moods of everything from the perspective of Summer, and just heading all the way down. The majority of what happened last was Tumbao essentially vanished. I think Lucius was able to pull off an inspect spell on Toro's bracelet, and they identified it as, what was it? I had it here. In fact, I have them fairly
The
on
astral
hand.
bracelet of hell spells.
That's it. Let me go one here. I want to get the. I love
You
having the
got me
record. There was such a
right.
helpful tool.
I'm glad that was helpful.
Oh, without a doubt. Hang on. But yeah, it primarily there. I think it finishes off with essentially, Toro getting the new name, and it was interesting to see the last thing. Hang on, that's not right. I'm signing into my my Google Drive now just to get back into the docs, but now I can't remember what I've just changed. No, I should. There we go. What I've changed my new. It was changed 13 hours ago, and I can't remember it. God, the holes in my brain.
Yeah.
Do you need help recapping?
No. I was just trying to sign back into the drive, but now I can't remember what my password was.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you can take over if you want to
Yeah,
give
I'm
like a
just
little bit of a
opening now,
rundown.
in case I can.
All I was going to add was that there's a rumor that the Mighty Nine have shut down the assembly in Trent Icathorn.
Ikathon.
Wait, he got arrested? Is that right?
Yeah, he was arrested and on
Yeah.
for various crimes and abuses of power.
And we have discovered that Toro, aka Chip Sahoy, is a Volstrucker agent.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And
so
for some reason
they're out to get
Dean.
us.
Yep,
Yeah.
we're currently back in Gordon.
we are going, and then
Yep.
we're heading to
Finally got it.
y'all are heading up to on another little trek to see Summer's village, Summer's family, Summer's people. And it's going to be a nice little reunion. But yes, so you guys wake up, you have that conversation. You gotta leave Declan behind with Aldairn. Unsure of what Herb's plans are, but presume that who knows, you'll see him in the future, but he's doing his own thing. And you guys are ready to head out. Is there anything you guys want to get? I will say, so from Summer's perspective, this is what you know about the trip to and from Gordon and the oh my god, what's the name? The Sleeping Ridge clan, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it takes about 3 days just as a walk, but it's a comfortable walk. It's through kind of fairly thick forest, so it's not really something you would take like a horse or a cart. It's more comfortable just to walk, but it's a fairly normal walk, and usually basically it's like a thing that is done over a weekend to like go
A hunting trip.
go to shop, to drop off wares, to do any kind of trading. A couple people usually come into town and do it for the whole clan and things like that. So that's usually fairly well kind of how to safely get from there to here and back. I unplugged my headphones.
Can't hear us. Break the rules.
Plug in my
When mods are
headphones.
asleep.
There you go. So, what would you like to do?
Anybody need supplies before we head out? I
What
think I'm good.
shops are there in this town? What can we buy?
It's a
Oh, that's a great question.
it's a big city, so you can. Chances are, especially anything basic, you can absolutely easily find
Is there
any
a
basic
puppet
supply.
shop?
Probably.
Is
Might
there a
have to do-
potion seller?
Yeah. Let me. I should have.
There's
to-
also a bar called the Potion Cellar.
Let me open my
It's spelled-
A little
Google sheet.
confusing.
My
Shit.
town options Google sheet.
Roll a D100 for like weird neighborhood.
There's a blacksmith called an apothecary. There's an apothecary called the tailorsmith, and then the tailorsmith is working the tannery for some reason. So at least that's okay.
Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith, my
that's like-
face. I knew he was trouble when he
Taylor-
walked in.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
This
I
I'm just gonna
also
say it. I'm
tried
just gonna
last
address the person that
clothes.
this matters to. Drew. Did you see Grayson Waller antagonizing the Swifties?
Oh,
So
God
he
damn it.
worked the Swifties into a shoot by calling her a 6.
No.
Oh, you've turned sports and sports entertainment into our D&D program.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Dare.
Grayson Waller, always be working.
We're trying to
Exactly.
protect the business, brother.
Damn, where is it?
Is there an
Man.
artisanal yarn shop
Is it okay,
Um,
city should be city option. There you go. Boom, boom.
about artisanal knots?
There's not.
Oh, I need to look at what he said.
Foundry is so different now.
Somebody
yeah, it just-
updated their
It's
cookies.
updated. I have this weird thing.
Yeah,
where I
I'm looking
think-
at this
I
calendar.
swear my chair is like slanted down. Kind of like, oh god, I was about to say, kind of like, remember Mad About You in the hell bit where they were talking about the floor having to slide. Like my butt wants to slide down the chair.
PD, I'm the only one here that's going to remember Mad About You scenes, and I don't even remember that one.
It was like
But
a
yes.
whole bit. It was like
I remember Mad About You, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was
what
like
I'm
a
talking
whole
about.
bit, and
Hell
it
of
was
a-
like a play on the fact
Same.
that it was a joke about the kind of like breaking the fourth wall on their like sitcom set because they're all built on a slant so that you can see all the floor.
PD, I'm having a little trouble getting into through the tomes. It looks like somebody's already picked my name.
Let me check. Let me
How
check.
dare
It,
they?
Yeah, I'm
It
just.
might have
Damn
been
it,
me.
Herb Seawisk.
it might have been me over here. I gotta check.
Are you ready, sir?
Wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Let me. Okay. Try to log in because I think I did the thing where I thought I logged in Cam, but I logged in as Chris.
Mm. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Jumping in.
There you go. All right.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. But yeah, as far as like city options, if there's yeah, there's a depending how deeply you look around, there's various potion shops and just basically for brevity's sake, let's because so that we don't linger on it too much. Let me know.
No,
is
we're
there
playing
anything-
Town. Town. That's what everybody comes for. Town.
Are there any potions that you're looking for?
I would like a couple of health potions. We're
Yeah.
being followed by assassins or stalked or whatever
yeah.
the word.
And quickly, I would say, give me an investigation check, just to kind of see if
Nope.
you can like navigate the town and find what you're looking for. What did you get?
And it's loading. She wants to. Oh my god.
What is happening? I can't get rid of this dice so nice public thing.
That's weird.
I'm gonna try and Foundry. What do I roll? D20?
You can just like if you open your character sheet.
Yeah, my character sheet is like not working. I don't know why.
Just let me open up your thingy. You can give me your investigation. It's a D20 plus 3. D20 and then add 3. So 21. You are able to like spend a little bit of the morning early, really kind of like going through like the shopping areas and peeking in, eyeballing, kind of looking at like, you know, the vibes of certain areas, piecing together where maybe some areas that aren't as frequented. Basically, just finding the right shops. Maybe even asking a couple places for their prices, and you're able to find a little bit of a out of the way shop that's kind of like trying to start themselves up. And you're able to find somebody who's selling has a few potions in stock, maybe like 4, and is selling them for 42 gold each.
Toby's got the money.
Toby has money.
He's
I'm the bank.
Yeah.
So,
He holds all of our money for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just
Tell him
yeah.
Tell him what you need.
Give me the amount that you need.
Tell him what you want.
I got those fizzy beasts. So Wizzy, you say wizard, please. Yeah.
I want 2 of them. One for me and one for emergency.
Okay.
Which is also for me.
Well, if I happen to be the one in the emergency, I would also like some new clothes, but I don't think we can afford it.
I have news for you.
Was a real icky
you
situation.
can afford it.
Oh.
And like, what kind of clothes are you looking for?
Something better than this. Points
like,
to
are you looking for like
clothes.
travel clothes, like a little bit like
a leisure suit?
Well, if I'm doing magic, I need something that'll be good for the magic.
Velvet. Yeah, you'll like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Yeah, regardless of how I look.
So are you
the
looking
looks matters less.
Are you looking for standard like mundane clothes? You just want like just something cleaner and consistent, or are you looking for like magic armor, magic cloak, or something like that?
Maybe something cleaner, but if there's a cloak, that'd be cool.
So
or the
like
in between.
Like you can find like traveler's clothes of any kind of design you want. You can find fine clothes, common clothes, costume clothes.
What are the cloaks like? You said magic.
I mean, that one I would have to find a magic shop and roll something up.
Well, then I'll just get some regular clothes. Anything that's not stained with someone else's blood like this is.
So yeah, you can do like, you're thinking maybe traveler's clothes probably going to be Like
Yeah,
it usually consists
light,
of like
easy to move in, kind of warm.
yeah, and yeah, so that's like 2 gold, like which is
I
Cool.
got I got news for you. You can afford gold.
Yes.
and it's like
I'm eating good tonight.
and you find it just in kind of exactly the right design. You're able to like find a tailor that gets it in a really nice design that you're looking for, and you can dream it up. But it basically usually consists of like boots, either like a wool skirt or breeches, or like a skirt or like pants, like a sturdy belt, a shirt, maybe even like a vest or jacket if you like, and then like a little. And it does come with like a mundane like regular cloak with a hood if you need it. So anything you want to dream up as far as design on your own,
Nice.
that you're able to find that for a couple gold.
Will do.
Anything else we need to grab real quick before we mosey on the road?
Is there a luthier in town?
There should be. I should have.
Can I go to the hurdy-gurdy go around?
What do you need to get done?
Well, I've been rocking this flute, and I think I need to get a stringed instrument. I don't know. I long for the loot that I turned in.
Are you looking for like a loot or a
yeah, just I'm looking for a nice quality loot. You know, maybe one that's got like a Guarderondack spruce top or
Big
yeah.
water on deck.
yes.
I mean, yeah, that would just be like 35 gold, and you can find a loot that is like the design you're looking for, or you can like have somebody like paint a little bit of a custom design on it if you want to. But you know,
Can
if
you
you're
paint a
looking for
butt
like that,
on a butt?
yeah,
But no, unless we just imagine that I went window shopping, but nothing
Yeah.
spent. Nothing caught my eye.
yeah,
Because if speaking behind, if Petey's not going to be acting like he's a store owner, I'm not going to get the good shit.
yeah,
So
It's
I'll
a good-
just be
it's a good measurement.
I'll flute around.
yeah, fluting around.
Is this
Fluting
Jethro
tooting.
Tull
Fooling about town.
using
Alright.
a flute?
Flutin',
Any
tootin',
other
highfalutin'.
last minute
Rudy
like
toot flute.
supplies you need to grab real quick, or just to
I'm
let you know the prices and stuff?
good.
Yeah.
I'm good on arrows.
Yeah, I would say anything you need to restock, just you can look up the standard price and you can get it for the standard price.
Yeah, just do the math and get with me, because guess
Right.
what, guys? We've this bag be fat.
And all right, and then that being said, as you guys kind of like pick up, whatever supplies you need, you pick yourself up, kind of get yourself ready, you get your packs on you. As Toro finally feels more comfortable in a nice new set of travel clothes and like a cloak, able to like feel a little less of that. Do you do anything with your old clothes? Do you just like throw them away or something, or you just like pack them away somewhere or try to clean them?
Get rid of the bloody shit. Oh my god. Whose blood is this?
Crikey.
Yeah.
A little bit of yours.
And then like you do that. And you start heading out. So you head out of town and you head like the pathway, presumably Summer kind of leading the way, because she knows like how to get out there. What's the marching order for everyone?
Assume I'm in the front.
Yeah.
Who's behind me?
I'm gonna be mid.
Mid column. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Toro's in
next-
the back.
I'm next to
forget
Mortal.
where
Lucius
Probably
Toro with
probably
the back.
Chavo somewhere
We're
nearby.
going
Mortals
out
and-
of town, right?
Yeah. You're just kind of walking through the woods.
Well, I'll be mid. I'll hold my bow in one hand and petting my goat. Sounds like a euphemism.
But it's not.
It helps pass the time.
Just petting your goat.
Is it if it wasn't for my goat, I wouldn't have spent that year in college.
Exactly.
If it weren't for that goat, there's no way to say goat like a horse, but yeah.
Goat.
Go.
Learn from a Gert.
Go
If
on.
you
I'll
learn
say
for
you
that Gert,
A
You
hewer.
can't add the extra, the
Yeah,
weird
the Lewis
syllable that
blackness.
Black adds.
Yeah.
Yes. Goat.
But thank you for understanding exactly what I was doing.
yeah. As you kind of travel, so Summer as the leader of this like little like excursion, can you give me a survival check with advantage.
Oh my goodness. Gotta figure out how to do this. Survival. How do I do with advantage?
If depending on where you do it,
You hit the thing that says adva at the bottom.
you can do that, or when you click, if you click a skill, it might ask you, it might prompt you. I don't know if it's.
Oh
Good.
yeah, okay. Duh. There we go. Yep.
I don't remember if it did that.
Easy enough. There you go.
All right, let's see. Yep. Smooth like travel as you go. You kind of like are able to traverse very familiar pathways. And a lot of it is like you see like the remnants of like the back and forth travel of people coming from your town. You see like the trailways that your fellow villagers kind of leave behind, like you know, like the pathways that they choose, you know, like basically like walking a trail, like
Are there like
a
cat
hiking trail.
prints?
Like, there's like sometimes like little scratches on the tree. There's like little like graffiti scratches, but they're very like harmless.
Oh, somebody
like-
needed a good stretch over here. Big
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah, it's
Big
like
stretch.
yeah, they're like you know, it's like we're like somebody needs to like wear down their claws a little bit, you know. It's like,
I'm getting in my mind like a forced Moon of Endor kind of thing where everything's just in the treetops. And like the only way up is you gotta be able to climb.
yeah. Well, right now, who knows? Who knows what awaits you? And well, not you, because
Oh yeah, no. I'm essentially just
you're the
Tethered.
observer.
a tethered spirit.
But yeah, you're able to kind of like travel, and are able to just share your, you know, like all the little things that you find and are familiar with the group. And what do you guys talk about? Is there anything that you guys do to pass the time while you walk, while you're hiking?
Toby's having a conversation with Mortal. Hey, Mortal.
What's up?
So like,
What?
What?
yeah,
I'll tell you what.
You what? you what, mate?
So like, you know, I keep hearing these tales. I don't, it's like it's a song from a place I've never been to. You're a learned man. It's about this mysterious form that people don't know where he comes from or where he goes. His name's Joe. Yeah, does that ring a bell with you? Any of your turtle?
Oh, I mean, I've heard people talk about, asking their long lost love, where did they go, my love?
No, let me let you know.
Where did you go?
I've only got a flute, so I can't really give you the whole, the whole shebang. Next time, if I can find a lute, maybe a strange lute, maybe some metallic lute, I can find a way
Did
to.
this Joe have something like unique about him, like something about his like facial features?
I think he had like really really dry mouth. I've got this mystery I've got to solve.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of my. Maybe there's a bard college somewhere around. I can like figure this out, but I've only heard snippets of these songs, and poorly translated. I don't know, but you know, I've got to find some new inspiration.
The dialects are a little hard.
And scene.
I do love the idea that it's Cottonmouth Joe, and it's where did you come from? Where did you go? And Joe just got high the previous night.
I mean, the mysteries, like there's so much mystery to like be solved. It's my musical journey.
It's the journey, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's the friends we made along the way.
It's the journey
the Joes we met.
It's the
I'm a bigger fan of
believing
Styx,
we didn't
personally.
stop along the way.
You know, I was gonna make a journey joke, but I was like, nah, somebody else will make a journey joke. Like,
that's what I'm here for. To make the jokes too stupid that everybody knows they want to say in their hearts.
I mean, I play to an audience that's of one, and that's Drew. Yeah, there he is.
To be fair, now Drew has like 2 people giving him like great information.
Yeah, yeah.
Record Breakers was a series of trying to find like weird, esoteric, niche music jokes to pop me in the corner. That was basically.
Well, that's you in the corner.
30. Yep. Yes, thank you, Michael. Side note: Scott Stapp's back in Creed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Strike one, strike two, swing. Yeah.
I'm glad he's not a drunk anymore. I guess.
Yeah.
Does it go? Oh my god, I'm trying to remember that other Creed song, and all I can hear in my head is the guy watching the TikTok duet of the giant lump of ice that he slams on a piece of concrete. Oh god, what was it? It's awful.
Petey, are you doing like enemy encounter die rolls? Because if I were not yet. So if we keep doing jokes, you'll like add another die, maybe another hit die. Yeah, okay.
Just like the next boss monster just gets progressively stronger.
Those giant gorillas are gonna get us.
Oh yeah, no, just keep going. Don't worry, they're only getting closer.
It's a background bounty hunter. Okay, and it knows.
Did you know revenants are immune?
But yeah, is there anything you guys need to do? Otherwise, we're gonna kind of like you guys like are able to just go along chatting, staying quiet when you need to. A lot of like kind of trying to pass the time, trying not to think about a lot of things. Understandably so, and just trying to do your best to keep your mind off of wilder things, and yeah, you kind of like are able to like you roam through these woods, this beautiful forested area, there's trees. It's fairly thick foresting, but well balanced, and then you tend to walk on these like pathways that are very pretty well traveled. Some are kind of guiding you through these pretty well traveled like trails. Sometimes they curve, sometimes they kind of go straight, sometimes kind of like they'll do a little double back to kind of like go around some like thicker like bunches, or like jutting out like rock formations. Sometimes you kind of have to like walk around or double back, and there's just you hear like the sound of like the birds chirping in the up in the higher reaches of the canopies. It's kind of like you see the occasional like woodland creature, like a little like squirrel kind of running by. You can like see like some like bugs around like a little rotten log. Just like a lot of animal poop smells. Just classic forestry fun.
Yeah, PD, have you been in the forest before?
Sure.
Because there's less poop than that.
Yeah, no.
Let me tell you, not a lot of poop smelling going on. Is this a normal amount of poop, or is there like actual you're smelling some equine feces or normal amount? Okay, cool.
There are litter boxes in this forest.
Yeah, you see like a little bag.
I've like
randomly
burying this. Plastic. You see a bag that says Wawa on the side that's kind of like tied up, and you see something nondescript in it.
Turns out there's a lot of investment in the public infrastructure for disposable baggies.
Yeah. But yeah. As the kind of the sun begins to set, or you kind of like are able to find a nice little clearing that seems to kind of like be carved out like right around the time that you would think about setting up camp. You see it off ahead, like a little clearing that seems to kind of like be laid out. And Summer knows this, like these like little areas, little pockets that again on the trip you just kind of like camp out. They set them just like when you were traveling up to Guarden. Little pockets where people along the way are set up and reuse for their camps for the night. And you're able to kind of like set up camp and get comfortable. It's a fairly quiet night. There's enough clearing that you're able to safely build a fire, without causing any danger. You find plenty of like twigs and firewood,
berries,
and berries, and dingleberries. Like I said, in a little bag.
I mean, hey, when in Rome.
Yeah. Nice little calm evening. Away to at least you assume. So you guys set up camp. Is there anything you guys do before you hit the hay, before you decide watch order and have a night's sleep?
There's a calendar here, Deus Ex calendar. So I just answered one of my questions. Thank you, Foundry, for telling me whether we are waxing or waning. I'm going to strongly suggest that hey Lucius, let's got some investigating behind this little patch of trees that I wouldn't mind doing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Let's go investigate.
Yeah, we'll be right back. We're doing important business.
Is this
investigation?
Is this serious secret room time, or is this fun?
No. We're gonna go smoke the long bottom leaf.
Yes.
They do that. Summer's gonna play her pan flute. She's feeling nostalgic. Usually she plays a regular flute, but this time she's gonna play pan flute.
Full Zamfir on us.
Mm-hmm.
Toro is gonna sit by Summer and eventually lean over and just mumble to himself. I don't thought about playing like.
Wait,
hey,
you
Lucius.
broke up.
Hey.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, Toro is sitting by the fire. He's listening to Summer's playing, and he just mumbles aloud to himself very anxiously. I don't think I've ever thought about dying.
Oh.
Hey, Lucius, check this out. And I take a big old like puff, and then I blow through my flute, and I use a cantrip to make it look like a sailing ship. Like, yeah. Now cut
Summer,
back. Scene cut.
Summer hears Chip and just continues playing. It's like, I don't know if I'm ready to address this yet, is what she's thinking in her head. Just feels like it's a calm night. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, and you're kind of like playing in summer, things about that, and things about that. And the and one of the things that dawns on you that it's probably the first time in a long time that you haven't thought about this, but wait a minute, so low. But you realize today was and I don't know how. Just full disclosure. At this point, I've forgotten like how many days forward and backwards we've gone. So I'm just gonna reset us to this day now, and let's just go back and just assume that everything lines up beforehand. But today was Sidon Star, the 15th of Sidon Star, and you realize that today was high summer.
Yeah, it was.
And like you were thinking about it lightly, but yeah, it's the holy day of Pelor, the Dawnfather, in the peak of summer season.
Summer just stops playing the pan flute and just zones out, just like looking off into the distance, like realizing all of that.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the first time you've kind of been away from a town or city where you kind of spent the day. Usually. Today, even though the bigger cities that do the bigger celebrations, you haven't lived in them, but you're able to find a place where you're able to kind of do, especially back home. It was like, or back at the monastery, there was like, gift giving, various feasts that you had with like friends and families, kind of throughout the day, especially like in the midday, kind of like especially at dawn and throughout the day to noon, especially early in the day. There was gift giving. There's like that there's the cities. There's other fun activities, but that like especially in the morning, you would like wake up and you would exchange gifts with other friends and like and other people in the monastery, and even like did that occasionally when you in other towns, and there would be like a morning to mid like a feast, almost like a Pelor brunch. There's mimosas, there's endless French toast.
I was gonna say breadsticks. I was so close to saying breads.
French toast and cafe con leche and mimosas.
All right.
And drag performers. It's drag brunch. That's what I'm saying. No.
Excellent.
It's furry kitty drag brunch.
I can remember where my sister took me to do drag brunch. That was a fun time, even though I didn't pay for it, but I saw the price tag. It was in Wynwood. I'm trying to remember the place in Wynwood went to the drag brunch. It was in our house. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever been to our house. Letter R house.
The one in the middle of our street?
I say to the Miamians in the part in the call.
Drew.
Brett, I know what you're thinking.
What?
I love you.
Can't hear it, Peach.
Sorry, I took that.
He was trying to say that
I took that joke one step beyond. I'm sorry.
No, you ripped it out of my head and made it come out of your mouth.
Yes.
So that's cool. That's great.
But yeah, those are things that you start thinking about, like, oh, this is a different. It's been a weird last couple of months for summer, and this is one of those like moments of like, wow, this is like things that the way my life was before and the way it is now, very different.
Been through some shit.
And it's up to you to decide how she feels about it, but yeah.
Oh, Summer just feels very nostalgic about all of this. Like, just kind of thinking about those old times, accepting it for what it was, like the situation for what it is. Like, you know what? That's okay. Kind of wish I could be feasting and giving gifts to friends, but you know, this is okay too.
Yeah.
Bummed but happy.
You know, sometimes you get knocked down, but you get up again.
And while you're thinking about that, Mortal,
While you're
you hear the
pumping.
sound of Mortal munching on a giant melon. And he's like, you look over, he's like, "Hey, what you thinking about?"
Thinking about what that watermelon tastes like. Is it good? Is it ripe? Is it underripe?
Does it have seeds or is it seedless? Like, paint us a melon picture.
You know, it's just like, and then you see him go. Tries to spit out his seed.
Mortal pumpkin seed, they call him.
It's so like, because trying to make his lips work.
Turtle spit.
Yeah, turtle lips. I was looking at the Master of Disguise costume and noticing turtle lips. Like I grasp it.
Yeah.
I don't know that'd be difficult to
and like
watermelon
and
spit.
you see, it's like, it's refreshing.
Good.
And then like Sue will sneak the kind of climb down from his corner or his shoulder and like munch a little bit on the corner.
Or goes back to playing her pan flute.
What are you playing? What are you playing? Tell us what you're playing.
I don't know, but it's sad.
How can you make a sad pan flute song?
Imagine. Just use your imagination.
It's in Dorian.
It's from a rose.
Not that hard.
Claire de Lune.
It's an
on
A
pan
minor.
flute.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say the wind song from Ocarina. But
do 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 do, and then a sad pan flute song.
It's just Great Fairy Fountain.
I mean, like a sad pan flute song's like a sad ska song. It's hard for me to.
Yeah. It's
like,
possible.
Doesn't. I mean, I'm sure.
You could likely Google it and find it.
Yeah.
But I already have my YouTube recommendation engine is already all George Zamfir.
The saddest ska song I can think of is "Wish I Were American" by the Planet Smashers, and that's more sarcastic about how up our own ass Americans can be.
You get kind of close with they might be giants.
Okay, they might be giant.
You get kind of close.
I'm going to recuse myself from this topic because I'm overblowing like sailing boats out of a flute.
The first thing that Google gives me, emotional pan flute music. Here lies John Marston,
I found
inspired
that.
by Red Dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I found on LinkedIn.
That's what I hear.
There's a Tears in Heaven pan flute one that also came up for me.
I was in a Saraga grocery store and I heard My Heart Will Go On done with pan flute and nylon string guitar, and I wasn't drinking anything but still did a spit take, and my heart still goes on. So
just in case he gets flagged. But yeah, play that.
Too hot for streaming. All right, so pan flute. Sorry, didn't mean to derail. Kind of did, but
yeah, as you kind of like are playing that. Is there anybody else that's doing anything in particular, discussing anything in particular?
We're at camp.
Yeah.
In the middle of the woods. I just want to take a. Just nobody's hearing anything. Like if I listen into the woods, I don't hear nothing weird or funky.
Yeah, if you want to do a preliminary a perception
woods check. Yeah, woods check.
Not Lucius and Toby banging.
Well, I didn't hear shit.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the weirdest sex in the world when all you hear is like, you know, a G note being played through a flute and some snickering happening afterwards.
You know, some people could get off to that.
Yeah, I mean, you said smoking the long bottom leaf.
No, it's not the longest bottom. That's the.
Yeah, it's a little bit. You kind of like are a little bit lost in thought with everything going on, and so it's a little hard to concentrate on your surroundings. But as far as you can tell, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, nothing that catches your attention as concerning.
No, Toro is falling asleep to sad pan flute. Chip's falling asleep to sad pan flute. He was having an anxious panic attack and Summer calmed him down.
Stop the existential crisis.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, take those emotions and stuff them in a box and never open that box. It's the only way to stay healthy.
It's all right. You cram them deep down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let them stay there and never address it ever again.
Weird dreams with Trent Ichathon in them, like all the crazy trauma that he went through with that guy.
But yeah, so that being said, what is who's taking watch and what's your order for taking watch?
I'll take first.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
Take middle, sure.
Lucius can take a watch.
You can do the last. That'll be like 21. Like 4 watches, right? Yeah. And then like that's like 3 of you. And Mortal will do the last watch since he wakes up early anyways.
Perfect.
Why didn't it let me sort by date modified anymore? Damn it. Oh, that's where. 1 second. Just getting a portrait thing for character. All right. So is you kind of like, is it just is going to be the 4 of you by yourselves, or are you going to be pairing up, or are you going to give the rest of the crew kind of the just let them just sleep the night?
Toby will stay up.
Me and Chavo.
Okay.
Toby can sleep then.
Yeah. Right. Presumably, we're gonna go with. So it was who was first? It was Summer first, right?
It was me first.
Oh, you were first.
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Summer. Summer was mid.
Okay.
I'm jungling.
Yes.
Jungling.
Exactly. So Summer. Go ahead and give me as you kind of like stay up and like as people, you basically just are where you were and just stay up as people kind of like, tuck in and sleep. Give me a perception check. See if you spot anything.
Okay. Give me a sec. Critical perception.
Let me see. Nice. Yeah, you are able to, just with your familiarity, are able to kind of like keep a very keen eye into these woods that you're very familiar with. And you are watching all the like the familiar like birds and little like nightlife creatures that you hear off in the distance, and you see like let's see, what's these? You kind of like you are able to kind of like look off in the distance, and you catch this glimpse of like a little family of badgers just kind of walking along, kind of waddling along, kind of like look over your direction, spot you, like kind of like eyeball you, and then just kind of like maybe scurry a little bit away. It's just kind of like disappear off into the clearing. You hear like little like almost like nightingale like birds often kind of like flying by. You kind of observe the sky, and it's just like you see kind of very familiar sky. The kind of like stars and constellations you used to look up as a kid. And you're like taking it all in. You observe every little piece of detail, and just as like reconnecting with like almost like a very familiar space. And you spend a couple of mostly uneventful hours taking a walk.
Except for those badgers, it's pretty cool.
They don't care.
Badger don't care.
We don't need no stinking badgers.
Let's see if this turtle can fly. I'm gonna teach a turtle to fly. Yeah. So you finish your watch. It was I forgot it was Solero first. I'm like I literally asked, and then like
I was a little confused, but I was like, all right.
I'm my brain, my brain.
It's fine.
But we'll go back to Solero's watch. So you can give me a perception check. We'll like rewind.
Apparently, I was also behind the tree smoking the long bottom leaf because I ain't perceiving shit.
You kind of like are very lost in thought. Very once again, maybe got a little bit of contact high, but you mostly are just thinking about the circumstances that you're kind of like not running away from, but trying to like put in the back of your mind, and that you guys decided wasn't going to be a priority, but it's just still like
a
nagging at your insides a little bit.
Talk with Chavo about it. With what's the spell? I forget the name of the spell.
Speak with animals.
Is it Beast Bond?
Oh, Beast Bond.
Oh, whoa. Don't be bonding with no beasts.
That and speak with animals, yeah.
Beast Bond.
In the confines of the woods.
Yeah, it's like,
hey. Those badgers will see shit.
Hey. Well, what you think about?
Hey. Good evening, sir. It is I, Chavo.
Hey.
I don't want to give too much away, but yes.
He's just like hanging out, talking. Like, hey.
Is that? I'm imagining, like, Solera's having this whole conversation, but everything he says is phrased in such a way that it can be responded to by "hey."
Hey.
And so Solera thinks he's having a conversation. Hey. It's like, yeah, you're right.
Hey. You guys mostly like talk out what you're thinking about, and Chavo's like, I understand. What I like to do. Sometimes I just like jump on things. That makes me feel better.
Sometimes I eat some grass.
Sometimes I eat some berries and they taste weird and they're like, whoa. I don't know why. Like it tastes like a fruit and then it like tastes weird. And like, and then I feel funny and nice for a while.
Yeah, dude.
But other than that, you have a fairly uneventful evening. And then Summer wakes up and has her her watch. Yeah. And then it's Lucius, I believe. Or yeah.
I think I was fourth. Yeah.
Yeah. You were
fourth and last.
You were last, or I think Mortal was going to be last as he wakes up.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
He's got a bask.
Yeah, got a bask. Don't worry. You wake up Lucius. He opens up his eyes. They're all like a little red around the edges. Gives you a little smile, I presume.
Yeah.
And, you guys trade spots, and Lucius, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Stand by.
You have a very, very high floor, but
yeah,
just to see.
Oh,
there you go.
I rolled my floor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would say like it's very familiar and unfamiliar, but it's you've been in the woods. It's a nice evening. You feel nice. Of course.
Oh
um,
yeah.
and it's very chill. You see a lot of the same woodland creatures. You see a family of badgers come from like the left side.
Mm,
Look over at you.
mm.
Walk
Perhaps
off in the distance. um,
Trust these badgers.
but for the most part, everything you have a very uneventful watch, but very nice watch. It's just a nice, calm evening, which is a nice change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, absolutely, definitively a nice change of pace. Yeah. And as your watch ends, you wake up mortal. He sets off on his watch, and just for funsies, I'll roll mortal's perception check. He mostly spends it basking, not really thinking about much.
It's the way to do it.
Yep. Yeah, it is officially the next morning. You guys wake up, feeling refreshed. Have a nice long rest. So you didn't really need to have to worry about much as far as like long rest. Haven't done much since your last one. As you can kind of wake up and go about, pack yourself up, go about, your continued trek. Presumably the same marching order.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then so Summer, so kind of the leader, go ahead and give me another survival check with advantage. Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
You're the familiarity.
On a roll.
Yeah, you're on a roll. But the familiarity of the place and the space and these walks, because you've done these walks too as well. Sometimes to usually you've done it to accompany. Sometimes like when you were a kid, it was like to accompany your dad. Sometimes you've gone with when you were older. You went along with somebody else. Again, for the same reason, to like learn the walk, learn the journey, and to see the town, and so you're very familiar with these pathways and these areas. So you have a very calm, you're able to easily find the go-to trails and walkways and paths that your clan takes. And it's all very very familiar, absolutely very familiar. Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to do? Want to talk about during the day?
Chip is gonna go ahead and ask, where are we headed again?
Oh, we're gonna go see Summer's clan. We'll see her home.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Sleeping Ridge, where I'm from.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to a place like where people are from.
Oh, it's gonna be from what I've heard, it's gonna be a bunch of really nice Tabaxi folk. We're gonna meet.
Yeah, it's
Summer's family.
It's a large Tabaxi settlement, but we do take in visitors of all kinds. So it's been a while since I've been here, you guys. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've told you that. It's been like 10 years.
But do you think
on the wind?
Do your people make an ale?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, then it's settled then.
Yeah, there we go. It'll be great.
I suddenly imagined a Tabaxi nail salon. Amazing.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think we have one of those. Side note, PD, I think at some point last year I drew a map of the Sleeping Ridge clan.
Yeah, we have it.
And I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. It's not on my Google. Oh, no. Okay. Never mind. It's on my hard drive. I just found it.
I want to note, every once in a while, if I find a big rock or a log, I jump on it.
Nice. Yes.
And every time you find a good stick, be like, this is a good stick.
And every time we kiss, I feel like a fly.
Her new album is awesome.
I'm always looking for new albums. Always looking for new music. Like, you know what? On another tangent, I've been like just trying the new music playlists on Spotify. There's one called New Blood, which is all just like various heavy music, like metal, like hyper pop, like all kinds of like different stuff, and it's just like it's all like new artists I've never heard of, and it's like I've already found like some gems, and it's so cool to like. We gotta do Record Breakers.
Actually, let me correct myself for the internet. Every Time We Touch was sung by Cascada, and I was thinking of Kylie Minogue's new album.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't know Cascada came out with a new album.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to clock myself for a second.
Yeah.
I was really like, I was opening Spotify. I was like, did you?
Okay, but Kylie Minogue's new album, who I was actually thinking of, slams.
You mean
like a disco album?
Film star as Cammy?
The canonical Cammy.
And in Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yeah.
Cammy. Yeah.
Which it's always crazy to like think about that Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat in your mind. There's like the look that is Street Fighter, and then there's the look that is Mortal Kombat. But then you realize that you look at Street Fighter the movie, the game, and it's a Mortal Kombat like because it's captured motion captured acting, just like Mortal Kombat. It's like weird. But yeah. Enough about fighting games.
Back to the other fighting game.
Back to the other fighting. Yeah. Is there anything else before we kind of like wrap up to our next like night's rest or anything?
I don't think so.
No? Alright. So, as you kind of like are walking these trails, walking past, as the sun sets, sun begins to kind of set on another day of travel, like through the woods. You guys notice off a little bit in the distance, a little flickering of firelight. As you approach, before you get to the point where you have to decide anything, you hear like the sounds of like laughter and revelry be heard, and you smell the smell of roasting meat carrying pleasantly on the breeze. And some of you remember that in this area is where you're getting up to that into this like little very old ruin that used to be an outpost many generations ago, but now it's just mostly like these like left behind walls of stone that nobody bothered to like take. So it's mostly just like these ruins, these remnants of this spot. And it's like an area that's usually used as a campsite along the way, but that's what you hear.
Okay. So, sounds like good time. Should be safe. I say we go see what's going on.
Why not?
Maybe we can make some friends.
Yeah.
What do you
Maybe
guys
find
think?
old friends.
Yes, old friends.
Yeah.
Old friends I won't recognize because I've been gone so long.
And you got a snazzy new blue and gray thing.
My sash. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Someone might run up to you, Summer, and you might have to be like, wait, sorry? I don't remember you.
It's been 10 years, you guys. What?
It's been 84 years.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you guys
Is-
like approach fairly calmly and just like approach the campsite, approach what presumably the campsite. So yeah, that's what you guys do. Just kind of approach calmly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, before we do, like, I'm not. I am staying aware.
Yeah, like cautiously approach.
Yeah, cautiously
Yeah.
approach.
Be vigilant.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is possible, but like, I want to sneak, but not look like we're sneaking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's the you can do you can stealth up, but be stealthy, but yeah. There's good if you want. You can give me stealth checks if you want to do it that way.
Good with that.
And then
Just regular.
yeah.
I reloaded it and it works now.
Yay!
I rolled a 9. I did it in D&D Beyond.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Y'all.
So
We were trying to be quiet.
yeah.
I know.
Did you guys sneak?
That's why I was
So
hoping we
now
could do
to
it
the-
narratively instead.
You kind of like Summer is able to really like stealth up there, very and she's like up ahead and she's like just like calmly using her like her pads and like calmly stepping quietly, like as a cat folk is wont to do, and here behind her she hears like various leaves get crunched by various people. It was like, so you approach. So I'll come to the trying not to sneak part. Not trying not to look like you're sneaking part. You can all give me deception checks.
That's fun.
God damn it.
Ooh.
I had my one good roll of the night, I guess, for the skill I don't need good rolls in.
I did okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be part of the club.
I don't look like I'm sneaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say most enough successes.
I
be
rolled
alright.
a 10, so no, it didn't come through. I don't have the extension working for this.
That's fine.
I just had FOMO.
Tumbao is hiding the most, so you won.
Yeah.
Good point.
But yeah, as you kind of like approach, I'll have to with the area just to kind of you guys see the map for the most part. You approach this like ruins area, and kind of in this like corner as you kind of come closer, you see, I don't have them set up yet, but you see about 11 humanoid figures. And see about 11 humanoid figures, all kind of like gathered around a campfire, all like singing, joking, and you see them as you start to approach. Somebody seems to notice you guys and sees you. One of them like, "Ho, travelers! Welcome! Come join us! Come join us! Come join the says we we are let us camp together. Let us looking for a place to lay down for the evening. Come. Let's have our numbers together."
Can I tell what kind of humanoid this is?
So there's, let's say, they're all humans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're all human, like of
Okay.
various like different like ethnicities and like a
And
few
there's
other.
nothing like super weird about their demeanor quite yet.
No, those people are totally normal to Toby.
I mean, if you want to do an
Yeah.
insight check,
Toby,
Yeah.
insight check.
I mean,
or Solero was asking if Solero wants to do an insight check.
I'm convinced they seem nice.
no, Solero needs to do the insight check.
Yeah, they're fine. They seem
Yeah.
nice.
Yep. Great.
They seem alright. And you kind of like see they're as you see they're kind of like very well traveled, almost vagrant, like just old classic hobos like trailing the town.
Emmett Kelly?
Exactly. And there's this like a makeshift fire pit with like a roast on it, some meat roasting on it.
What kind of meat?
It's a little bit you kind of like need to approach if you guys want to approach the camp. And
I rolled a 14. I investigated. I approached. What kind of meat? Well, nope. Toby's gonna walk up. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Hi.
What you got on the spit there, my friend?
Let's see. So I would say if you roll a 14 investigation, you and it was like, well, we're cooking up our latest hunt. We hunted ourselves some food. We're kind of like traveling for work, so just getting a little little bit of handout here, a little bit of work there, just trying to like get temporary, whatever you got to do to keep it, keep your belly fed. But we just hunted up some food. And so with your investigation, you notice that there doesn't seem to be much in the form of hunting equipment around them in their possession. There's very like sparse possessions. There
Okay,
don't seem to be bows and arrows or anything like that.
What kind of animal? Is like let's just say the leg of, let's say, I don't know, a moose is a little bit more impressive than the leg of a chicken. So
yeah, like, what's the local
see.
delicacy?
What is the creature that they are consuming?
I'm gonna say
How fancy is this feast, Petey?
it.
How fancy is this feast?
So a couple. I'll say you can keep there's the meat on there, and then there's there's a couple of people. One of them is there's a man with a thick curly hair who's like,
none of those are a species of animal, Petey.
But to set something up, and who's mostly absentmindedly sharpening like a couple of some bones into like shanks, just like everybody else like is doing that.
Guys,
and then
the bones are their money, and so are their worms.
And then he says like, oh, it's just a nice deer that we hunted there, and he's like, these bones like a husk of meat on the thing. I would say give me a medicine check, like to understand the bones into the meat. Or
I once heard of an assortment so delicious that Tabaxi asked for it specifically by name upon birth.
What's gotten into that cat? I rolled a 15, I believe, of a nature or medicine.
Yeah.
I would be better at a nature check, but I rolled a medicine because who cares about min-maxing? With rolls like these, you can't lose.
You eyeball the structure, like the bones that the man is carving, and the meat on there. You kind of like look around at the people. In particular the bone. You're pretty sure it's a human femur.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And like a human thigh on the at least a humanoid thigh meat. It's like,
so I know Sue can talk to me telepathically, but I wish I could telepathically talk back.
And like it's like, well, welcome, welcome friends. The name's Luther. He's like this like older human man, kind of a little bit of scruffy salt and pepper hair, rough double appearance, a little bit dirtier. This is a clan. We got like Yorin here. You see like the young man, like late teens, early 20s that kind of avoids eye contact. There's the young woman with a shaved head, like a slight limp. And you see a woman in like her 30s who seems very out of place. Has like, we even had, we've already had somebody join us here. Glad to have you here with us. I would say, before anything, Lucius, I gotta give Lucius his passive perception.
Okay.
Because it's my free give you guys information card. It's like, hey, Lucius knows. I'll just give him this information. You can see, like, as you're having these observations, these conversations, as Toby like is observing them, you notice that
Toby definitely reacts. Just so you know.
But in the moments
Trek,
before that,
the original series,
but in the moments before that, as soon as before any of that, because Lucius notices immediately in these interactions, you notice that many of these like vagrants, with the exception of the woman who seems to like be wearing like chainmail and like has a sword and shield by her side, she seems a lot of place. But the rest of them, kind of like vagrants, they stare very intently at you anytime they think you aren't looking. You can always catch them on behind like
do not like turn away.
How many are there, did you say? About
vagrants of like these people that are like, like a little bit, there's 10 of them, and there's 11 people total, and there's 10 like these like there's a couple women, men. They're a little bit like one of them is a very androgynous, like but mostly femme, but mostly that mix. They're very like a little bit dirt around the face, a little bit
So I see I notice that they're all staring at me when
they're all staring at any of you,
at,
like
at
your whole
us
party.
when they think we're not looking.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
And
seen us?
that's true. And then I notice Toby react.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm
You know what? So this other
look,
human.
I have a thing.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh no, I was just gonna tell Chris that this other human is named Aisha, and it's gonna be your character for this. You're Aisha, a human fighter, Eldritch Knight.
Me?
Yeah, so that you have something to do in this next thing.
I've been having fun, but we're hanging out on the clock back.
Yeah. But yeah, as you were saying, Lucius.
Yeah, so I have the telepathic feat, which means I am able to speak telepathically to any creature, and I also have detect thoughts that I can cast. Without expending a spell slot.
Yeah.
So I am going to telepathically tell Toby, I noticed you react, and then cast detect thoughts on him.
Human femur.
You detect his thoughts, and like he's like thinking about the human femur. You see the picture of. Like,
actually, I think of that's a large halfling femur. It's like a long halfling femur.
That's a
weirdly big femur. Bone.
That ain't no deer.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a bard. I'm not a doctor. I'm a bard.
I telepathically, I can't do it mass, but just one by one, tell everybody. Toby notices that they're cooking a human femur, or that there's a human femur with the food.
Lucius, I imagine you just have like a little I want to say like a blip, or just like a series of like notes, same way like NBC does whenever you have to like update the team on like information you get telepathically. Just like to give them a heads up you're coming into their mind, just like bing bing.
No, it's the da-na-na.
Exactly.
Before you pick your fantasy pick.
It's a Discord
Sports Center
Discord noise when you when somebody jumps on a call.
Yeah. Toby sees a human viewer with the food.
I just imagine it with that level of franticness, just like boom, boom. Oh my god, there's a human leg.
Next. Toby sees a human femur. So yeah, like after I'll say 30 seconds.
Yeah. And like,
I mean,
do you tell Chavo? Do you tell Sue?
Sure, why not?
Cool.
Well, no,
Chavo,
does Chavo understand common? It says as long as you share a language.
You understand the language of cool.
I don't think so. No, Sue does obviously, but
yeah, I'll leave it to Solero to let Chavo know.
And in those moments, the man known as Luther will take the meat from the makeshift like spit roast, and will takes it, shoves it, takes it, goes over and puts it into a bag, just fresh off the fire, puts it into this one of his he picks out a specific sack though you can't tell anything particularly notable about it, and shoves it inside, freshly cooked, right off the fire.
Your meat bag.
Yeah.
As one does.
Listen, some people need to brown bag it to work. We can't all afford to have Uber Eats come to our place with a delivery.
I mean, they're vagrants, so maybe it's like the 40 with the paper bag twisted around.
Exactly.
You need to have your roast with a burlap sack wrapped around it. So
if you look close enough, you can see a small note from his wife, and it looks like it's addressed with a heart. So you know you don't want to mess with him specifically because he has a good relationship at home.
Yeah, then I would say the more astute of you will notice that there's a disparity of like the bag isn't very large, but there's a disparity on like perceivable presumed capacity and the way that it just disappears into the.
Okay.
Can Chip use the message cantrip to ask Lucius a question?
Yeah. Just kind of like put out your strings, like. You will be pulling out your string and using it that way.
Yeah.
Like.
Really? I'm so unused to the material components actually being necessary.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you always have them. It's just a thing that you're visually doing.
Yeah, that's true. But there's so many classes are like, oh, you can
feather of a hoot owl.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but like, oh, I can use my red stick of Panama.
Yeah.
Instead of materials.
Yeah.
So Chip's question is cannibalism?
I mean,
kind of like an open question.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
but
that's certainly the obvious.
One of the other people's like, what's that string you got there? What you doing with the? Like, do you play an instrument with that?
Cat's cradle.
This I have social anxiety. It helps me to relax.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
So, Petey, just so I'm transparent on what's going on, I'm part of the group here, kind of seeing.
You just arrived and you're like, okay, you barely arrived, like maybe like half like an hour ago, and you're just a person traveling through the woods, and you're like didn't quite catch anything wrong, but you've been and then before you could really like make any heads or tails, these people came.
And so I'm discovering the human fever along with them. The like
probably
group
not.
Of
probably
vagrants.
that I don't unless Lucius thought to tell you, the random stranger.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably not.
Yeah, so you're not aware. I mean, you're not aware at the moment.
Aisha, no.
So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting around like the like public campfire. Everybody else just watching this all go down.
Okay.
Not noticing the man meat buffet just yet.
Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah. That's good.
Man meat.
And then, like, as that human as he like walks by Luther, and like, he kind of whispers something into his ear.
Am I able to tell what he's whispering?
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Let me whisper.
Was this whisper done with care?
I'm gonna say it's like, you barely hear it, but you hear it. Like off in the distance, you're like, with your tiger-like hearing. But you kind of like catch like a little bit of the whisper, like, with your passive perception, like how long you want to string these people along?
So now Lucius talks into everyone's ear again as he stands there for like 5 minutes.
Like, yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to ask this, but like, I'll tell everybody they're waiting for something. We need an escape, or we need a plan.
What
We need to
time
be
of
ready.
what time of the day is it?
Do you not hear the crickets?
It's the morning,
yeah.
right?
Well,
we
it's,
like
it's
just started
super
walking.
evening.
Oh,
No, it's ended. Yeah.
No, you had our. That's why, like, we've put my calendar.
I'm like, is it dark?
It's
it
like
getting dark, like-
it's getting like in dusk-ish. Yeah. I'm trying to which one's calendar again?
and travel time was like all day.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, we're in the middle of somewhere. It's just not our somewhere.
Somewhere
Yeah.
surrounded
Dusk.
by a forest.
Oh, it's like 6:50
Wherever you are,
PM.
there you are.
I put my hand on the sword of verdict.
It's 6:50 p.m. somewhere, and that's
Well, I'm
somewhere
Drop a
here.
pin.
right here.
Like sort of on the pommel. I'm gonna just rest my hands on the sword of verdict as Lucius says, like, hey, maybe they're waiting
Be
for
ready
something
for
to
some
go
shit
off.
to go down in clay class.
So I'm just gonna have that at the ready. Not trying to look menacing, but just slyly sort of resting it on there, like, shit's gonna go south quick when it goes south. Knowing Lucius doesn't say things like this lightly,
Yeah.
I have a prediction.
What are you guys doing standing there? Just come on in. Let's gather around the fire. Let's get comfortable. Like,
Man,
and
it looks so good, but you know, we just ate and we gotta hit the road. We gotta
Man,
Yeah,
Get
there's actually someone we're meeting up with.
You
a couple more
suspicious
hours down
types.
the road.
I sit
I'm
by the
gonna-
fire.
I'm gonna reach into my sack and I'm gonna pull out 1 gold coin and flip it towards the vagrants and
And
be
then
like,
run.
"Safe travels, friends, but we need to beat feet."
I'm just
like to
imagining
keep-
like a complete skirmish now over this 1 gold coin.
I mean, it's a lot
I
of
like
money.
to keep both of my feet below
Yeah.
me.
is he grabs it. It's like, thank you kindly. I hope you have safe travels.
Well, thank you, sir. We just wanted to stop by. We know how it can be fun just to see some fellow travelers. Just say hi.
And I cast Shatter right in the middle of the campfire.
Just into the cold, let it explode like someone just putting in a plume of
man.
gasoline.
Okay, do we all start like walking away in unison?
Let's like
This is a united front, everybody.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like, because I took point, I'm going to kind of 1.5 times. I'm gonna like, I'm gonna walk human speed.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah, real heel toe.
Yeah.
Right. I'm really booking it.
You
Walking
singing a
man
song too,
speed.
so it doesn't like look suspicious.
It's
Yes.
just suspicious
Don't be
whistling.
suspicious. Don't
You're-
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Well, no, don't get suspicious.
I mean, we
no,
could probably
don't
beat
get
these people up if we
suspicious.
really had to. It's just really inconvenient because there's
Chip
like
is-
30 of us.
Chip is gonna cast a minor illusion of a rabbit on the other side of where we are, coming towards the party.
Oh,
Just running towards them. A rabbit. Big, meaty rabbit.
Like, if you had to compare the size of this rabbit with another animal, how big would this rabbit be?
Like
It is
Like,
a rabbit-sized rabbit.
So you,
I was
in
gonna
your
say, like
where
a
is it?
rabbit-sized
It's
rabbit.
coming. Where you're casting the illusion of a rabbit? Where, like, coming just off in the distance, so it could be like.
No, like right on the other side of where these people are sitting, right behind where the people in front of us are sitting, like on the other side of where we are. So we approached from this direction. On the other side of this group of people in that direction, there is now a large rabbit.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's do it. I'm gonna go with I'm presume your spell DC is less than 18, right? Let's see. Do I have a character on the? I don't think I have a character on the actual map. There it is.
It's 14, yeah.
14 teen.
You they don't seem to do. They kind of like a few of them, if not all of them, look over that direction and give it like not much of a thought and just go back to what they were doing. You see, Lucius. You see that he did that spell on that rabbit. You notice that the I think there's somatic components to that, I believe, for minor illusion. Minor illusion, right? That you casted.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you summon up a prospector. Like, oh, there's gold in them there hills.
Yeah, it's you see like a little bit of fleece go off into the wind, and you see him like do a little bit of like emotions and do that. But you do notice that they pay that rabbit no mind, and again, as you guys are like, you know, he does that, and you guys are walking away. They are definitely still very keenly watching you.
Interesting.
But you
I'll
guys,
let them know they're still watching us.
Basically confirms they're cannibals because that rabbit looked pretty good.
If we're still within earshot, aren't we?
So I'm gonna say if you wanted to wait till you're like fairly out of earshot, they don't really do anything as you leave. They don't seem to make any movements. They don't do anything. Lucius, you notice that they watch you, but they stay put. They stay doing their thing. You know what they're doing. They stay like conversing, laughing, and you know like in their revelry and whatnot. But they're definitely they're definitely trying to like in the middle of that try to like eyeball you and clock you as you move away. Like they're they're trying not to let you notice, but they're definitely trying to like keep up appearances of what they're doing, but they're definitely clocking you at least a couple of them at a time. But if you do, but other than that, you kind of keep going, and yeah, eventually you get out of earshot without them having followed you, as far as you can tell. But is there anything else you talk or discuss, or now that you're out of earshot?
They're gonna follow us, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I turned to the
You're a
rest of the group
ranger.
and say,
Like, do ranger things.
But thank you,
The
Lucius,
new hit
for alerting
program
us.
on Netflix. Ranger things.
Would Lucius have noticed the other one looking out of place?
Yeah, that one is the only one that wasn't like staring at you when they got the chance. She was just there, minding her business, eating some of the meat, maybe a little unawares.
Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely gonna follow us. And that one lady seemed a little out of place. Like she wasn't really, there was the leader and there were the vagrants. And then there was her, and she didn't really look like a vagrant, but she also didn't really look like another leader.
She also looked at my rabbit.
Oh.
Yeah, she noticed it was like looking at it. A little bit how you guys observed the badgers. It was like, ooh, a rabbit.
Chip is like upset that his illusion didn't get anyone to look at it.
Meanwhile, it's just me thinking like, damn, that was a tasty looking rabbit.
Do we have to go back for this lady and rescue her, you guys?
I thought they were going to follow us.
We are a band of, I guess, heroes. Like, not all heroes wear capes,
be adventurers.
but so do I.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're going to eat her?
I mean,
you just hear like vaguely in the distance, guys, that's a lot of forks.
There's so many of us. Like, do I have to tell you what we have done in the past? I, for one, Toby, I am not afraid of no ghost.
Can I prepare? I just sort of bring out my bow and sort of silent, like, all right, we're doing this, and prepare Hail of Thorns.
I'm grabbing my wand of Okay, so does anybody necessarily does anybody want to get big?
I mean, I'm just sitting over here thinking, like, what if we just offered him some money? Like, you don't have to eat people if you have money to, like, buy food.
They might not be people.
They might
not
care.
They might take your money and eat you.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Worse than them not being people, they could just be people.
He's got a point.
Or we could kill him.
I mean,
or we could just keep walking.
Kill them. Like, let's deal with the reality. We're gonna probably kill these people.
You know, you guys are dressed as musicians, but you're more like me than you think.
I am a musician. I dress
you
like
just
me.
also murder. It just happens to be a different job description.
All I have a disguise. You do so far is fight. When have
that
you
is not true. I blew a boat out of the end of my flute in weed smoke. Thank you very much. I tell tales. I talk stories with Mortal. Yeah. I'm gonna find Cottonmouth Joe one of these days. I don't know. I have I have a disguise. Have you not seen me?
Interesting.
We have stayed in taverns that were paid for because of our playing.
That's right. We're the best at faking it if we're faking it, but I think we're making it.
Okay, out of character, V's character was there for at least one of those instances, right?
At least one, but he's not very good. He's not very perceptive. I don't know if you guys have noticed that he's like a ball of not paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah, I have a mug of what sings along with me. Yeah. So like I am here with props.
Look, we play we play, and we play music, we play hard, and we fight. Quite often bar fights. You know, you gotta defend yourself somehow.
Yeah.
We have a goat.
Nope.
Well, I'd
It's our
love to hear
bouncer.
you play.
I mean,
I would love that.
I just
Here.
love
But not
this
right now.
idea of like
Right.
baiting him into playing right now and just attracting the cannibal back
Oh
to you.
yeah, you want to hear me? You want to hear me play?
Like a challenge,
Okay.
like Marty McFly, just like you chicken McFly.
Okay. Lucius,
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
consider yourself inspired. I
feel
played the
inspired.
sickest flute. You've been inspired.
Oh, yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
Petey, how within
I
earshot
spit
is
on the
this
ground.
from like
How
our,
dare you?
our group of
There's some distance. Like they're not on the map anymore. You'd have to double back and come back onto the map.
You get
Like, you
one
don't-
D8 inspiration die for 10 minutes. Let's take care of this shit.
So what
You
are
ready,
guys,
Chavo? You ready, Sue?
You guys gonna double back?
so
Let's do this.
Is there a
I'm
way
just
for
sitting
like
around the campfire. They're all just there, like huddling around. Like, so is anybody gonna tell a freaking joke or something?
I'm just wondering if like one person could sneak back and get this lady's attention. Get her to just like
Yep,
move
there we
away
go.
from these people and just
Well,
walk away.
That could be Lucius with his telepathic ability.
I mean that what is the lowest risk option we have, you guys?
He walks back. Sorry, I forgot my phone.
I dropped this
Get
really
out of
cool
here while you
acorn I
can.
found. I gotta go pick it up. This rock.
I don't know if there's a low risk option. Because if they're doing what it appears that they are doing, if we try to go in there nice, we're going to be looking over our shoulders.
So then what do you propose we do? How are we gonna do this? Just all
I'm on
run
pins and
screaming
needles.
and pitchforks and torches
So-
at these people.
Do I want to look?
I really
So
think him just
it was
going back
kind
and be
of-
like, I forgot my phone is really funny.
I got my bow ready when I thought we were like over this way, and now we're over this way. It's like,
So, like, are there walls that we could potentially,
Sneak.
surround, sneak,
Yeah, so
and
if
surround?
you, so there are, so if
Yeah.
you want to double back and kind of like observe, you remember that you did walk like a pathway through the ruins, and then you kind of like doubled till you turned to the right, and like there was like a bit of an opening that then led out to like more of a little bit of a clearing before you were going into another stretch of forest. You're kind of like at that edge of the stretch of forest, a little bit like maybe behind a tree, But yeah, there were like walls that like are left over from that nobody ever bothered. Like they're very sturdy construction, but nobody ever bothered trying to like do the work of like toppling them over because they didn't need the leftover stone. So it was like they just left everything here.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, you just hear like, no, Jeremiah, I don't think you're wrong for telling your girlfriend it's also a hot tub just because it has onions, carrots, and celery inside of it. Leave the other one.
Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah, been ready.
Okay. Well, okay. As
was the game
Toby,
plan?
I'm gonna talk to everyone around. I have some area of I have some things that I can pinpoint to an area that I don't get to normally do if everybody is around. So if there's a situation where everybody we don't want to be involved with is grouped together, don't go running in there willy-nilly if you see me doing some weird hand gestures and holding some weird stuff. Because I've been waiting for so long to do this. Oh my God. Guys, you don't even know.
Oh Lord, you've been waiting
Just let you go
for
first.
so
this
long.
moment all
Let's
your
just
life.
top that off then. Because if they're
Yeah.
not paying attention to us and you need a second to do the thing you're about to do, go off, King.
But also, I am your bard. I can do some talking if I have to.
I don't fucking negotiate with goddamn cannibals.
Yeah,
I
but we
mean,
need to.
walk in the
But we
front.
have we have one possible non-cannibal that we need to. We can't just go in there and start blasting.
So, anyways,
Yeah, as cool as that would be.
We can go in and start blasting. We just got to make sure there's one particular person we don't blast.
Okay, so take back everything that I just said about all of the abilities I have, because that's indiscriminate blasting. I guess I have this wand of magic missiles.
I mean, how indiscriminate is it?
I mean, it's an area of effect of 60 feet.
I always,
Oh, 60.
I can never hide when I
Is that
have this
radius?
stupid idea.
I believe
I
so.
mean,
Yes.
Lucius,
that's
can you get in this lady's mind and convince her to just like, hey, we want to help. Pretend like you have
Hey.
to go to the bathroom and come this way.
That's
Yeah,
you need to
I
ask
will-
consent first.
Just an
No.
I
idea.
was going to make a joke. I'm not going to make a joke. I'm not going to continue that joke. So anyway,
Start
yeah,
blasting.
I will.
So yeah, Fago.
No,
and
I will.
blast
I will
bottle.
tell her essentially that like
So you guys know. Right, I'm
we're
peanut butter
The
cups. I'm
PD
like,
be feasting.
I'm like beefing. I'm like beefing these peanut butter cups around in my throat. God, they're so
right.
addictive.
Yo,
take
Honestly,
Not
a
the
drink
steamer.
of water.
Baby, on the list
it's
for.
candy season. It's candy
Take a
season.
I
drink of
just love
water.
how
and
every
ask your
time you keep
question
holding
again.
up a brand, baby, it just looks like it's like something censored on cops.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
It's like every like Korean variety
Oh.
show when they accidentally have to like hold like a bag of chips or something. Like every
Yeah.
brand is like censored.
I have to like, yeah, you see, I have
It's
to
the
like,
YouTuber thing. The like
Mhm.
YouTuber beauty. Like you're holding up a brush or something. Like I use this for my foundation. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I use this brand for my
So we
By
have
the
a
way-
Snickers
Primer.
bar.
we are not sponsored by Snickers or Almond Joy.
But we could be.
But we
or
could
by
be.
or by
Snickers
Aldi.
hit us
by-
up.
Duran.
Or by
We
Aldi.
could.
How amazing would it be to
Or
be sponsored
money.
by Duran Duran?
That'd be awesome.
Right?
How would we
so
sell
much.
their concert tickets?
Don't
I
know.
don't know.
Sell themselves.
Yeah. All right.
The bard would have to play.
so
So-
what's the game? So are you guys gonna kind of like come back against the clearing and try get closer to this ruin to kind of position yourself to do this?
Yeah, so the plan is Lucius is going to sneak over there and tell her
wait, hold on. How close do you have to get?
What's the yeah? Let me
it's
see.
it doesn't say.
Is it like line of sight?
Because
Oh, within
'cause-
60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
we're good.
You can any creature you can see within 60 feet.
is he going to need the stealth check?
Let's see. Let me measure.
Because it might be second level, so I only have 2 of these. But I
I mean,
have
he is
a little
inspired.
pass.
Remember
I
that.
am inspired.
Okay, because I have the pass without a trace, which is another plus 10 to dexterity stealth checks.
I've looted him
Um,
so hard.
So
I mean, I would say, yeah, to get close enough to do that, you're gonna basically go to at least the edge of this map, up top. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you would need to do a stealth check. If you want to cast Pass Without Trace, so that everybody can benefit from it.
I'll roll with you.
Do you show the map on stream?
I can.
It depends on what we're doing. I've watched him work every once in a while. Depending on what the audience needs to know versus what we need to know, he will switch on and off. He's smart about it.
We've only been doing this for 3 years. I haven't watched enough. All right.
I try to keep an eye on chat without looking at the stream.
I didn't bring it up.
It's difficult
tonight because I already had my.
I'm also
attention
confused because I pushed manage feats in D&D Beyond. And the yeah.
Well, I think we had an internet outage.
No, you're good.
No, I'm good. Two of our representatives from Miami are not.
Oh.
Because I heard the Discord.
Oh yeah, that was the noise that we heard. Yeah.
And then I'm looking. Chris is no longer here, and V is currently frozen. So I'm going to assume.
All right. Well, a coffee talk. How's it going, everybody?
Real quick. I pushed manage feats in D&D Beyond. And the 3 that just showed up ready to be added, I don't know why, but they are firearms specialist, grappler, and that year I was a bear.
That one was. I think that's the one. Oh wait, wasn't that's your thing? Oh no, wait. No, that wasn't your thing. That was somebody else's thing.
Somebody else's. Okay.
Oh, that's somebody else's backstory. I won't specify, but. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know who it was. It's
me.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, I was just trying to modify it to where it said 60 feet in the preview. Anyway. But yeah, I will.
So do you want to cast Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
So
I'd say if we're needing to do a stealth check, I will roll with you, and then that also, if shit pops off bad quick, I can at least be muscle in the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will put the bow down, grab a hand on my hilt, and cast Pass Without a Trace, which will use up one of my 2nd level charges. But as long as we stay within 30 feet of each other, you will have a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth.
Okay. So I will use that and my bardic inspiration.
There we go.
Do I hear? I was about ready to talk about the end user license agreement for Windows 95 to fill time if we had to.
One moment, we're trying to get almost back in there.
OMG! It's 10:30 and we lost internet.
Damn.
Did you guys know that the taskbar is an item?
Nice. Yeah.
It's clobbering time.
Okay, so
reconnected back here. Let me jump on back in here. Sorry, I'm setting up one more time again.
Okay.
Well, everything sounds great.
Yeah,
a lot less echoey than it has in the past. So you're
interesting. I mean, I think that's just our internet. We gotta see about changing it up because it just feels like it's not up to snuff anymore. Apparently, we have an internet cable we have to replace that's been here forever, but periodically our Wi-Fi has been cutting out. Even though it still says it has service, it still says it has signal.
Yeah, it's more like your internet probably is cutting out.
Exactly. It's Breeze line. It's been awful.
All right. So
and PD, I can empathize. I hate the hair on that wig. From personal experience, it is the worst.
It's like
no, it's fun, but it's like it's so in the way. So it's like
Yeah.
Let's finish
Continue.
this out.
All right, let's do the stealth check. So it's gonna be the two of you guys, kind of more
Okay.
leading the way and doing the stealth checks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll. Let's see. Where's the right one?
Ooh. Oh, I love that. Random other thought. On the drop down that gives you language options, it tells you who speaks what language. For like,
Oh, cool.
so like I can pick Druidic, Common, and Elvish, and it shows like who speaks those languages. That's cool. By like the little dots. I don't know if it shows you guys, but that shows me.
So it's passive without trace is 10,
Yeah, that's 10.
and bardic inspiration is 1d8.
Yeah, D8. Yeah.
Okay. I think I.
Yeah, you're able to.
I hope that will do it.
Yes. That'll do it. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And Solero, are you joining him stealthing? So yeah, you go and roll a stealth check, add +10, and not the D8 because you're not the one that was inspired by it. That was 9. Okay, nice. That's 35.
35.
So I think you're good. You are absolutely certain you are hidden. So as you approach, let's see these. Let's have these. Single one of them is going to be your passive perception. So as you kind of like approach, you're definitely like, you feel you are very low to the ground. You're absolutely keeping quiet, and as you get within like close enough to where you can like communicate with this woman, you get a good shot. You can see like her head and shoulders right here. So you can shot, but with your passive perception.
Gone again. Side note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. all the wince that V has, like she's like wincing at her. You definitely like as you observe, you definitely notice that there's suddenly like there's maybe a couple less that are in that little group, and there's here behind this bush. You can see where I'm pinging, right?
Yeah.
Okay, behind that bush, here, and here. You see something. Yeah. You see several of the figures kind of laying in wait, trying to look for something.
Mm.
What's this again? DJ's sending me TikToks.
I mean, that's a good thing. That's good for him.
I love the little it's the three of it's like the four of us, well, and a couple other people, but the four of us just sending each other me, Drew, Deej, and Kaz all sending each other TikToks all the time.
Excellent.
Like Kaz all the time too.
Yeah, it's like all the four of us is like sending each other TikToks. Yeah, you observe that, so you notice that there's definitely some that are like lying in wait for something there.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't tell what the creatures are.
He would say that like you can tell that like you might recognize that as they seem humanoid, kind of like hunched in there in the corner.
But it's obvious they're sort of waiting for something, or
yeah, they're like waiting into ambush.
Gotcha.
They're definitely in ambush mode.
Like us, perhaps.
Yeah, possibly.
Just throwing that out there.
But yeah, you have this a person within visual distance.
Okay.
But I don't know this because it was
you haven't noticed it. I mean, you see the person, but you don't notice it.
Yeah. I'll let Solero know.
And then yeah, I would say a couple of them rolled so badly in stealth that I think actually no, they all did that I think you clocked them as well.
Okay.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. I just looked. Yeah, you have a passive perception of 15. They all rolled below 15.
Okay.
So,
So yeah.
Here.
And the bush.
And behind this bush.
Gotcha. I'll still tell Solero like, watch out. And then I'll telepathically speak to the girl. Something like, don't freak out. Don't let anybody know you can hear me. I think you're surrounded by cannibals. I need you to excuse yourself to go to the bathroom or whatever, and leave the area, but watch out. There may be somebody, or there are 3 of them waiting for you. Are we just sending her to her death at this point? We need you to be out of the premises. It's about to go down.
You see like a twitch in her shoulder. There's nothing recognizing. Let's see.
And I would have said it's one of the adventurers from a minute ago.
I see. You can't. And let's see. So you kind of like you hear faintly her like try to say like, well, gentlemen, I'm just gonna if you don't mind me, I'm gonna step away and take care of personal business. I'll be right back. Take care of like the whole like biological. Just get pee. Yeah. Like, and then you kind of like notice that she, as much as she tried to, she couldn't help but look back and look around. As she tried to look back and react, it's like,
does she not listen to Ace of Base?
Yeah. Like, what? And then she kind of like awkwardly walks away.
And I'll signal to Toby.
And you see her voice is like from inside. It's like, just grab her, folks. Just grab her. And in that
abracadabra.
In that moment,
they're gonna reach out.
The figure comes from this. Did you? I'll give you a chance. Solero, did you prepare anything like an action or anything like a?
I mean, I had my sword out before we started moving.
You said you had your bow or your sword?
I said when I went with Pass Without a Trace, I said that I put my bow away to grab my sword.
Okay.
Since we were moving in.
Yeah. Okay. You were doing that. So. So you see this figure. It's a human. I gotta give it a different token. Not spoil it, but it's like almost kind of animal-like approach and goes over there and grabs this person, or at least attempts to grab. So
I can't see.
Like, yeah, because it's around the corner. Oh yeah, you didn't see there. Oh, we probably didn't see this, but you see Lucius.
I see the pinging and I see the like black.
Yeah, because you don't see around the corner. But Lucius, you hear like shuffling footsteps. You heard from here, and you hear like walking, and Lucius sees as this person attempts to like lunge and grab them. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a strength check, I believe.
For me?
No, from the person. And to the other person. And then let me put this in public.
Brett can't handle dead air.
Okay. It's make a attempt grappling someone. Okay, and then it's the athletics check back. Let's see it's the same thing for they're not proficient. Okay, they're not proficient, so it doesn't matter. All right, athletics check. I think they're gonna do okay. You see this person, this like vagrant looking human jump. Oh, Lucius sees and kind of hear jump out and try to like grab, and you see this woman like turn around and definitely block with her like just instinctually. She had kind of like grabbed her shield nonchalantly and her like sword just kind of like calmly. She had already had her sword shielded, sheathed, but had her shield up. Calmly kind of just turn around, duck, swat the person's arms away with her shield, and just kind of like do like a pushing motion with her fist while holding the sword. Calmly unsheathes the sword and stands at the ready. And then let's roll initiative.
All right.
Put yourself in combat.
Say, do we have to put ourselves in combat?
You can put yourself, just right click yourself and hit the little like thingy. You're trying to move yourself around. If you want to kind of relocate yourself as far as like your positioning, you can do that. Before we start.
I don't know. I think I'm in an okay spot.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Line.
So many rolls.
All of them bad. Alright, so his roll. Do it for Toro as well. And Mortal. And Chavo. Just set him up with Soleros. Why don't I have to figure out what's not enabled right now? That doesn't let me to change the initiative. Alright. So, as you see this, as Lucius sees this attempt at a capture and this like deft escape and reaction, and you find yourself kind of like with the prospect of fighting several ne'er-do-wells. That's where we're gonna wrap it up for the evening. Ready to start combat when we come back. I'll figure out what to do with it. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna finally have some combat again.
It's been a minute.
Yes.
Has been.
Yeah. Thank y'all for being with us for another episode of Through the Tomes. It's been fantastic to be back. Hopefully it doesn't take us another 2 months to play again. I really missed everyone here, even the people that are not here at the moment on the internet. So I'm glad to have you all in my faces again, in my face again, in my screen again. Be sure to check out the channel at Revelli TV over on Twitch. Subscribe to us over here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, like, share, do all things. I'll try to get caught up on the tomes.com soon with like all the uploads and the audio version and things like that at some point. But keep an eye out for there. But yeah, thank you once again. We'll be back sooner this time, hopefully. Until next time, hasta luego.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Hashtag find Luke.
Annyeong. Fighting.
There's a certain sing-songy quality to my thing that time. Hashtag find Luke.
Mm-hmm.